All right, let's start this thing off from the top. Let's start it off from the top. All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Wednesday evening. Another edition of KFTV's live stream. Salute, man. We have not stopped working. We have not stopped going because the news keeps trickling in. And Leon and West are not done working, ladies and gentlemen, because the dog has gotten the bag. OG Anunoby gets a 5-year, $212 million deal. You know, somebody in the YouTube chat last night's show left a dope comment. They said the Knicks need 2 wings to fly, and the Knicks are soaring. Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Boston Celtics, we're coming for you, man. And I think it's going to be an opening night battle. Knicks versus Celtics, the Kings of the East. Let's go, man. The dog is back. We got the Nova trio, the Nova 4 back. Let's go. Let's talk about it, man. Hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. This is a simulcast for YouTube, Bleacher Report, Facebook, and X as well. And this is it, man. According to Adrian Wojnarowski, according to Woj, OG Anunoby, 5-year deal, $212.5 million. He also gets a player option for that 5th year and a trade kicker. So Leon and the gang have taken care of him. And that's just it, man. You know, this was the deal. We talked about this for weeks. It's going to go up from 35. We heard the floor was 35. People were saying 40. 40. There it is. It's 40. You know, some of you guys are saying it's a lot. I mean, my reaction is cost of doing business, guys. You had to get this deal done. And there was no way on this planet that the Knicks were going to go out there and give up all their draft capital for Mikal Bridges if they didn't know that this deal was going to get done. This deal was probably done by yesterday. Or maybe even before that. You're not going to trade RJ Barrett and Emmanuel quickly and just let OG Anunoby walk out the door. They had the leverage. Some anonymous executive said they had the Knicks by the nuts, and they did. It is what it is. But how can you disregard what this guy has meant to this team since he got here? They won 87% of their games. 20-3, guys. Let's not forget this. The Knicks went on a rocket when OG Anunoby got to this team. A seamless fit. I get it. The injuries. Look, man. We just got to cross our fingers at this point. I get it. I've been a Knicks fan in the 90s. I've been there when the team has paid guys a boatload of money and they miss half the time and they're just sitting on a vacation check. I've seen it. I understand the hesitancy from some of the fan base. My counter to that is, what is the backup plan? Jalen Brunson is ready to take this team to the dance. You've brought in pieces for Tom Thibodeau. Defense, rebounding, guys who can fit the culture. Offensively, this team took it up a notch. With the additions of DiVincenzo, Anunoby, his shooting efficiency. This team is ready. This team is ready, man. You can't sit around and wait. We heard Julius Randle on the 7 p.m. in the Brooklyn podcast when he missed this year with the playoffs. You can't just sit out and say, we're going to wait till next year. We're going to wait till next year. We're going to wait till next year. Eventually, they were going to have to put the pieces in the middle. You have the second apron looming. So they made the Bridges trade. They brought OG in here. They've got a formidable team. It still has work to do. But they got a formidable team. And it's not just about Boston. You know, Milwaukee, you got to go up against Giannis and Middleton. You got to play other teams, right? Whoever Cleveland's got. You got Paolo and those guys in Orlando. You got to defend. Pascal Siakam, Halliburton with the Pacers. It's got to start on the defensive end. versatility. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to say it's a lot, it is what it is, in my opinion. You got to do it. You made the trade to get in bed with the guy. You got to see it through. You have to see it through. They're putting their chips in the middle. This is the core. This is the team. You now have, with OG and Bridges, you now are able to play Josh Hart and Dante DiVincenzo in their natural roles off the bench. You're going to get scoring distribution across the board. Now, sacrifices are going to have to be made. I get all of that. But you also have a lot of efficiency. You do have a lot of guys who don't necessarily need the ball to thrive. According to Ian Begley, says OG Anunoby did receive max offers from other places, but he saw the vision with the Knicks and wanted to help them build a true contender. Was it from Philly? Was it from OKC? Hard to say. But I expected this, man. I'm not surprised. Like, Leon Rose and these guys have been so calculated since they got here. They weren't just going to throw a Hail Mary from Mikal Bridges without thinking this through, man. They think 2 to 3 steps ahead to make sure that they are prepared to put this team forward. They knew it. This was in the bag. I felt like this was in the bag before they even traded for OG Anunoby. Then he comes in here and shows you with a 20-3 record. I mean, this was well played by him. We had always heard over the years with OG and his camp, he believed in himself and he wanted to be paid. This is why Masai Ujiri and the Toronto Raptors let him walk, let him go. I mean, traded him, rather. This is why Ujiri and the Raptors traded him. Then he comes here, proves himself. Yes, he had the injury with the elbow. He also had the injury with the hamstring. I get it. But for by and large, he was a big part of the puzzle here. And I don't see how the Knicks can go backwards. So you have to do it. Now, I'm still looking for wing depth in the draft. We'll see what happens, what they do with the veteran minimums. But right now, you've got a good core, man. It's Brunson, it's Bridges, it's OG, it's Randall, and it's Mitch. Now, a lot of people, salute to everybody on the Bleacher Report. Salute to everybody on YouTube, Facebook as well. The big question is what's going on with Isaiah Hartenstein. We had Bobby Marks on the show earlier today. The reports are that the Knicks are unlikely to sign Isaiah Hartenstein. They are unlikely. Mark Stein today came out and noted in his newsletter that the Magic and the Thunder were the leading contenders. We knew that already. That's not news. Right? We've been saying on this show that those are the teams with cap space. They need a center. They can also afford to pay Hartenstein on a bigger balloon deal on a shorter term contract and give Hartenstein a payday. The Knicks won't be able to afford him. And what Bobby Marks stated was that they would, in order to afford Hartenstein, they would have to trade Mitch for nothing. Draft picks. No compensation coming back. That's $15 million off your books that you can try to get for get over to Hartenstein. Remember, the max that they can give him is about 16, 17. So, unfortunately, it looks like Isaiah Hartenstein could be a casualty of this Knicks roster move. But with the second apron, that's just how it goes, guys. That's just how it goes. Everybody's not going to be able to come along for the ride. And if you ask me, I'm going to make the investment all day, every day in wing depth versatility. Knicks have now two of, they're not superstars by any stretch, but for what they do for the Knicks, it's going to be incredible. Two-way players. It's not easy to be a two-way player in this league, especially at a high level. Shooting efficiency. Mikal Bridges numbers from the corners. OG's numbers from the corners. Mikal Bridges can put the ball on the floor. All these guys can put the ball on the floor. And what do you know? This is what they do up in Boston. And it's not to say that that's the model, but it's damn sure effective. You got to go for it, man. So, is iHeart completely gone? You never know. Maybe Mitch that gets traded. But at this point, based on everything that you're hearing, it looks like it could be a wrap for Hartenstein, man. So you move forward. And that means tonight you could have the Knicks drafting a center tonight with either the 24th or 25th pick, or maybe it's tomorrow with number 38. So could some of the centers that we've been talking about on our draft preview shows, could they come around? Is it Zach Edey out of Purdue? Is it a Yves Missy out of Baylor? Is it a Deron Holmes from Dayton? Could those guys be available for when the Knicks pick? Do the Knicks move up? Or is it Ware? Khalil Ware. Do you guys like Khalil Ware? Or do you go out there in the veteran market? Do you bring Andre Drummond home? They're gonna have some options. You're definitely gonna need some insurance for Mitchell Robinson. I could even see them, because I'm not so sure how much they trust in Jericho Sims. I could even see them going to get maybe even a Drummond on the veteran market and drafting a center. Maybe Sims gets traded in that Mikal Bridges trade to free up some more money. Because it's hard to see the Knicks going into next season with just Mitchell Robinson as your only reliable center, especially with his injury history. They're going to need some insurance there. Goga Bitadze, he's another guy who many think could be had for the vet minimum. He was a guy who, according to reports, the Knicks are also interested in. So there that is, man. What do you guys think? We will have our NBA draft show tonight. At just about around 8 or 8:15, we're going to have our NBA draft show. So this one on OG Anunoby is going to be rapid fire. I was in my half suit today. I just did PIX 11, Channel 11 here in New York. I also did Fox 5, Channel 5 today. So I basically have not stopped working since about 1 o'clock. You know, we had the Mark Show, Rob Perez, JD. So we rocking, man. It's just one of those days. We on the grind. Leon and them are on the grind. We on the grind, man. Let's go. Let me salute some super chats on the YouTube side. Daily Show, $20 super chat. Franchise channel member says, have to keep Randall this offseason. With teams not being able to load up on him, he's going to be a problem. Hey, I said it early on today's show. This is going to be the best team that Julius Randle has ever played on, period, across the board. And he's got an opportunity here. His health is going to be crucial for the Knicks' success. Julius Randle's health is going to be crucial, man. We need Julius to come along for the ride. I want to see Julius be successful here with the Knicks and take them deep into the playoffs. He has that opportunity now. There was a funny joke out there, and people laughed, and they said, Tom Thibodeau and load management versus Mikal Bridges' 434 consecutive game streak. Who blinks first? So I thought that was funny. But, one thing with Bridges is that, with that streak, Knicks got an Iron Man on their hands. That's a great move. Especially in light of all of the injuries that they suffered this year. Great Uno 1804 in the Bleacher Report. Salute. Somebody, people in the Bleacher Report saying Randall's always hurt. Paul Pierce is a hater, disrespecting us. I mean, listen, man, if you're looking for an enlightening take from Paul Pierce, you're looking at the wrong source. I mean, that's just Comedy Central. You have to take it for what it's really worth. When you do that, you'll be all right. Let me read some more super chats. $5 super chat. Joshua Margoli's $5 super chat says, could they play small? Move Randall to the 5, keep Mitch on the bench to extend the lineup if they don't find a way to bring iHeart back. Certainly can, but I don't think that's something that the Knicks want to do full time in terms of playing Julius Randle at the 5. You want to try to keep him fresh. But do they have that option? Absolutely, and they should be willing to go to that. Because you can go, I mean, you got lineup options, man. You could go Brunson, DiVincenzo, Bridges, OG, Randall. You can go Brunson, Hart, OG, Bridges, OG, Randall. Try it out and see what's up, especially when you play in Boston. I think that would be interesting, man. So that's an interesting concept there that maybe Tom Thibodeau has at his disposal. But the breaking news, once again, OG Anunoby, man, 5-year deal, $212 million, comes along with some shiny objects, man. He's got a player option and a trade kicker. He said, if you're trading me, I want some more money. So there it is, guys. OG's trying to get to it. $10 super chat. Manny Kalionisakis. He's Greek. I've been trying to get my Greek pronunciations proper. I'll be out there in the story all the time, man. Shout out to Manny. He says, CP, my man, why not just go into the luxury tax territory for Hartenstein? I'm just looking at teams like the Warriors. They were able to stay together for huge contracts. They're not able to. They got to free up that cap. They're hard capped right now. So they can't just do that. Got to trade Mitch to make it happen or somehow free up 15 mil. Go back. If you guys have time, go back. That episode we did today with Bobby Marks. Bobby Marks broke the whole thing down for salary cap outlook. Can't just keep Hartenstein. It's not going to work. Here was our guy Ian Begley, Knicks insider, SNY TV. Here is Ian Begley on the OG Anunoby trade. Let's hear what he has to say.
Less than 24 hours after the Knicks acquired Mikal Bridges in a trade with the Nets, they check another big box off for their offseason, agreeing to terms with OG Anunoby, reportedly 5-year deal, $212 million. And Anunoby, I'm told, was expected to get max offers from other teams. So there were big offers that were going to be out there for him. But I was told that ultimately he saw the vision in New York and he wanted to build a winner here at the Garden, and that was a factor in him coming back here. So now the Knicks have Mikal Bridges, they have OG Anunoby, they have Jalen Brunson as we head to the draft here where they have picks 24 and 25. But Isaiah Hartenstein, still a question mark here with New York. I still expect teams to come with significant offers for him once free agency starts Sunday, 6 p.m. I think those offers will be so high that it could be difficult for the Knicks to bring him back. Remember, Knicks are limited in what they can offer Hartenstein, starting at $16.2 million. But we'll find out more about that as we get closer to Sunday. Right now, Knicks, the priority for them was to get OG Anunoby back here, and they've done just that. 5-year deal. Anunoby will be a Knick for a long time to come.
All right, that was our guy, Ian Begley. You can follow him at Ian Begley on Twitter. Make sure you guys are tapping in with our guy, man, because he's all over it. And that's my guy. Shout out to my guys at SNY as well. So that was his reaction. And now, as we talked about on today's show, this makes tonight's draft even more interesting because the way the Knicks are stacked up right now, they don't have much wiggle room in terms of, money to go out there. They don't have a vet minimum to use. They're limited now to, they don't have the mid-level exception to use. Now they're kind of limited to vet minimum contracts and their rookie deals. So you may see the Knicks field 2 out of 3 of these picks, keep 2 out of 3 of these picks, maybe all 3, because you're going to need to hopefully have your rookies, some of these rookies, fill a key rotation role for the Knicks next year and beyond. You think about guys like Jaime Jaquez did for the Heat last year. Or think about Christian Braun for the Nuggets 2 years ago. And now, more than ever before, rookie value is going to be so important for teams. Scouting and player development is going to be at a premium. You're better off putting your money there and making those investments in your infrastructure to make sure that you are going out there scouring the globe and finding the best talent for your team, because it's going to help you in the long run. So, like I said, I would keep my eyes out on the center market for the Knicks in the draft. Is Tyler Kolek going to be available? I still think they need a playmaker, because now if you're talking about vet minimum, playmakers, potential, who do you have out there? Macri liked Chris Dunn. Somebody called in about Kyle Lowry. I said, forget that. He's washed. People are getting a little carried away with the Nova Knicks thing. We're not the Villanova Alumni Association. We still need players that can play. Pat Beverly, I think Pat Begley has worn out his welcome. He's no longer worth the headache. So the vet minimum market could be a little shady. Vet minimum market could be a little shady. What else you guys think in the chat? Shout out to Nat Con Cole. Welcome to the franchise channel members. Arrowman Pro Rican $5 super chat said here first Mitch traded to Washington and iHeart stays with the Knicks. Certainly possible. Christopher Wood Jr. $10 super chat says CP, this is the year. What do you think about Kyle Filipowski from Duke, late first rounder? 6'11", 18 points a game, 8 boards, and can move better than most at his position. Yeah, I'd like to see them get, as versatile as they can get. Somebody who's a little bit opposite of what Mitchell Robinson gives you. We'll see. Some of you guys do like Filipowski. We'll see which direction they go. Shout out to Stilico. Tip $5 super chat says we got to have the conversation with iHeart to tell them to wait until the Nets trade actually goes through so we get some extra cap room from Jeffries. Okay. Let's see, man. Let's see what iHeart is willing to take and if he's willing to do that on the cheap. Somebody on the Bleacher Report said pick up John Wall. No. We send John Wall over there to Gil's Arena with those guys. Send him over there with Gil's Arena. Khalil Ware. Okay, I'm seeing some Khalil Ware on the Bleacher Report. Dunn and Edey is who Knicks tape 200 wants in the draft. Who do you guys want in the draft, man? Leave me some names in the draft. Leave me some people who you're thinking about in the draft. I'll shout them out. Draft show coming up in just about 30 minutes. Here was Bam Adebayo hating on the Knicks. Look at Bam hating. Talking about y'all was tampering. Damn right they was tampering. Excellent job by the roommates, man. They knew the assignment. They didn't have much to sell Mikal Bridges, man. He already knew that he wanted to be a Knick. Or you think he wants to sit there and waste away in New Jersey? Hell yeah, he wanted to be a Knick, man. But yeah, shout out to Brunson and Mikal Bridges for getting it done. Brunson and Josh Hart for getting it done and getting Mikal Bridges in there. Here's Brunson on the OG contract on Twitter. OG, can I hold $1? 212 million bags for OG Anunoby. Hey, it's a good time to be a Knicks fan. But, look, I understand some of the hesitancy, but for me, now is the time. Now is the time. And all these guys are in their prime. Brunson, Bridges, OG, if healthy, prime. DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, in their prime. We're not talking about guys northwards of 30, washed up names of yesteryear that we're trying to still figure out if they still got it. No. We're going in with chemistry, with a game plan, with a culture, with an identity. Best shape this team has been in 25 years. It's not even close. And it's going to come with risk. Every championship run build comes with risk. Hopefully it works out, man. The time is now, man. The time is absolutely now. So let's hope they get that done. All right? All right. Either way, man, we're going to take a quick break into action. My guys on Bleacher Report especially, join us over on youtube.com/KnicksFanTV. Join us over on KnicksFanTV for our NBA Draft show, live coverage of round 1 of the NBA Draft. We're going to go for the entire round 1. We'll break down all of the Knicks picks, get your reactions to it. It is a call-in show, the only call-in show to get your takes on it, man. This is a fan show for the fans, by the fans. We don't play around here. Shout out to Visionaire, $10 super chat. Says CP, it's Sir Atlantis. Shout out to you. You should have an episode where someone comes in and explains the luxury tax, new commercial deal in CBA to explain Nick's financial situation. Sir, I've done about 3 shows on that in the last 2 weeks. It's called Bobby Marks. Go to the Bobby Marks show. We break it all down for you, man. It's all on the channel. We got content galore here on KnicksFanTV. We had 10,000 viewers watching last night for the Mikal Bridges show. Just hit the rewind button, go on the channel, and you got everything in there broken down for you, man. Today's Bobby Marks show will tell you everything that you need to know. All right? Blue, $50 super chat says, thank God OG staying with the Knicks. Big shout out. Knicks are back for good. Knicks are back for good. TM says, yeah, where you been? Yeah, I mean, we only been talking about this for like the last 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, Facebook, YouTube, Bleacher Report, it's been an honor. We'll see you in a little bit, man. Quick break for me, and we'll be back at about 8 o'clock for our NBA Draft Live show. OG gets the bag. Leave me some comments in the comment section. We out of here. Number one show for the fans, by the fans. Thanks again for tuning in. Thanks for your time, and have a great one. Peace.